the value of stepping out of our comfort zone. Hello, my name's Chet Davis, and this is Reflections. Now, comfort is a good thing, and I wish and I hope for comfort for many of us for many times in our life. I don't want to deprive anyone of being comfortable, but I think being comfortable, while it's wonderful and can be rewarding and refreshing and pleasing, I believe that we're most alive, that we're vibrant when we step outside of our comfort zone. Because when we step outside of our comfort zone, when we step outside of those things that are familiar, when we step outside of those things that we know, that we are competent in, then we begin to learn. And when we learn, we're expanding ourselves. We're creating even more possibilities and more potential for ourselves. And I would assert that we're stepping into who we're meant to be when we step outside of our comfort zone and we approach those things that are new and maybe even foreign to us. I recently had the opportunity to spend a couple weeks traveling. My wife and I went to a couple of islands in Indonesia, to Borneo and Bali. And I really had to step outside of my comfort zone for one of these. Our trip to Borneo, the intention was to spend time watching, observing, photographing, videotaping orangutans, these amazing apes that are found only on 2 islands in Indonesia, and Borneo was one of them. Now, to really authentically experience the orangutans, the best way to do it is to go deep into the rainforest, and the most authentic way to do it is on a wooden boat called a klotak. And we decided to go ahead on this adventure. Now, what it was is spending 4 days and 3 nights living on the klotak, which is a small to medium-sized wooden boat. We were the only visitors, and we had a crew of 4 accompanying us, taking care of us. But it meant sleeping on the klotak. And what this was are 2 mattresses laying on the top deck. There was a roof over our head. And at night, the crew suspended mosquito netting. And you're sleeping on this wooden mattress, on this mattress on the wooden deck in the middle of the rainforest. And that was kind of, okay, that's stepping outside of my comfort zone, not a, comfortable or posh or even like a Motel 6 room. And eating meals on the klotak cooked by an Indonesian woman who was just phenomenal, a phenomenal cook. And knowing that there was a toilet on the boat, and our showers would be cold showers on an improvised hose that you would hold over your head, or even out of a bucket of cold water that you would spoon over your body. Now that's out of my comfort zone. I don't know about you, but we did it. And I'm so glad we did it. It was an amazing journey. And I would do it again in a heartbeat. I absolutely loved the experience, and to be around those orangutan and the proboscis monkey and the sounds of the rainforest at night and waking up in the morning was just an amazing, rich experience. But I had to step outside of my comfort zone to do that. Another time on this recent trip that I caught myself stepping outside of my comfort zone, and initially I was not happy with it or happy with myself. I had what was supposed to be an 8-hour layover in Tokyo that ended up being a day and a half because of a canceled airline flight with a problem with our plane. And I decided, okay, let's go out into Tokyo and explore. And so I did, taking the Tokyo subway. Luckily, I had my mobile phone with a variety of different apps, and I had the translator app with the downloaded Japanese dictionary, so I could figure out some words to ask people. But if you've ever been to an Asian country, the challenge, unlike traveling into Western European countries, is in Western European countries, I can look at directions or signs or, information posted in the subway or the train station, and I could get my translator app or my book out and read those characters and figure out okay, this is what that means, and this is where I need to go. But in an Asian country, similarly in Eastern Europe, when the characters are totally unfamiliar to you, that's definitely stepping outside of your comfort zone. And so here I was in downtown Tokyo attempting to find something. I got on the subway, got off the subway fine, and I'm looking for a particular neighborhood, an area, and I was, for lack of a better word, lost. Looking for a place for breakfast. I did find one, and then I was able to ask for help from locals by pointing to particular words or places on my map that I wanted to go, and they helped me get there. But initially, I totally felt out of my comfort zone. I felt uncomfortable. I was unfamiliar with the place, with the language, with the people, and the situations, but I hung in there and I experienced it, and I felt vibrant. I felt alive. I saw some wonderful things. I experienced some wonderful food and the culture and the friendliness of the people. And only by stepping outside of our comfort zone can we experience those things in life. So I want to invite, I want to encourage, I want to challenge you. Maybe it's today, maybe it's later this week or this month or sometime this year, to really truly step outside of your comfort zone and step into the possibilities that exist outside of that line. Maybe it's writing a book. Maybe it's, getting up and delivering a speech. Maybe it's creating videos. Maybe it's doing something you've always wanted to do. Maybe it's a hobby, a passion of yours, whether it's photography or knitting, or you want to learn a new language. You want to travel somewhere you've never been. I want to encourage you to do that, because I truly believe we are more capable than we allow ourselves to think at times. So step outside of your comfort zone and really experience life. Feel vibrant and thrive in that existence which you are capable of doing. This is Chet Davis, and this has been Reflections. If you have suggestions, if you have comments, if you have, maybe you want to write down in the comments below something you're gonna do, you're gonna strive to do, to step outside of your comfort zone, I'd be happy to hear that and to cheer you on. Now, go out there for you and for those people around you. Make it a wonderful day.